It's based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her life.
It's a bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious.
He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have 1 on my list. I don't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, sorry, think of someone. Think of someone. Bob Newhart.
Honored that because, what we're talking about is so important and so meaningful that we're able to have this much anticipation and so many people want to go see it and are talking about it. Like, that's what I'm grateful for.
And you had a key part in bringing it to the big screen. How did this all come to be?
Well, in 2019, I read the book. I was sent the book by my book agent and friend at the time, and I was looking for films that could inspire, that were commercially viable, but also could really reach different.
Hollywood is buzzing with drama as a leaked phone call and behind-the-scenes footage have thrown Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively into the spotlight. At the heart of the controversy are Blake's claims of inappropriate on-set behavior, including allegations that Justin locked her in a basement and violated her privacy. However, Justin's strategic release of evidence has turned the narrative upside down, leaving Blake's credibility hanging by a thread. The controversy began when Blake alleged she endured harassment and discomfort while working with Justin. Her claims painted a picture of intimidation and mistreatment, but Justin's receipts tell a different story. The unedited footage reveals lighthearted interactions, including jokes about spray tans and body makeup, which contrast sharply with Blake's claims of feeling threatened. In one clip,
I was immediately taken back to when she flipped the narrative on me and acted as if I did all these offensive things, when I want to reiterate I didn't speak to this girl. I did not speak to her. So this girl has a pattern of flipping the narrative, playing the victim, and then leveraging her status to actually bully and mistreat other people. So I've never heard of Justin Baldoni. I'm someone who, again, worked with Hollywood directors, never heard of this guy. This might have been his big break. And what I saw is her harassing him. Because again, usually it's the director that's the bigger dog on set. So yeah, they can harass their talent if they're the much bigger name. But when you're the bigger name, you can have them kicked off set.
All right, moving on to other parts of the footage that Blake
Blake is seen laughing as Justin jokes about his beard, a far cry from the ominous environment her allegations suggest. Further complicating the situation, text messages and additional footage contradict other elements of Blake's accusations. For instance, she claimed Justin entered her trailer without permission while she was breastfeeding, but the messages show she invited him. Blake also pointed to a supposed producer scandal, which Justin's team clarified as being related to an unrelated photo of home births. These contradictions have sparked skepticism about the validity of her claims. Meanwhile, Justin has filed a massive $400 million defamation lawsuit, signaling his determination to
frame up on Sebastian, on you. Yep. We'll just do our lips are right next to each other. Yeah, gotcha.
But I think you should start talking.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Still rolling.
Don't give it to them. They want it. Don't give it to them.
Score.
Just keep restraint.
Yeah.
Score.
Just do a little bit of restraint.
Ryan, come on back.
In my
Nose this?
And my nose is so big.
I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then,
God.
just kidding.
Met like a few times through Ryan on that film. And, you know, and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. And some people, there's a couple people that I have muted. Yeah. I think I'm just brunette because the book's not.
Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
I'm honored, and I'm also more honored that because, you know, what we're talking about is so important and so meaningful that we're able to have this much anticipation, and so many people want to go see it and are talking about it. Like, that's what I'm grateful.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was
Public sentiment appears to be shifting in his favor, with many calling out Blake for allegedly manipulating the narrative. Critics have accused her of playing the victim card, noting a pattern of similar controversies in her past, including rumored feuds with other stars like Anna Kendrick and Taylor Swift. The fallout has been swift and severe. Social media users are
For one case, we're going to put every single text message, every single document, everything on a website for everyone in the public to read, come to their own conclusions, and they can determine whether or not there was sexual harassment here, there was a smear campaign, or there was retaliation, because we have proof and receipts that absolutely and unequivocally show this is not true.
Well, it's not that. It's the body makeup.
questioning Blake's credibility, with some even speculating about potential strain in her marriage to Ryan Reynolds due to the ongoing negative press. Additionally, rumors suggest that the highly anticipated sequel to A Simple Favor, a project involving Blake, may be indefinitely shelved due to her growing controversies. As Justin continues to release evidence in a slow, methodical manner, public opinion continues to lean in his favor. Legal analysts and fans alike are dissecting every new detail, questioning whether Blake's narrative can hold up under scrutiny. With each revelation,
We always tease each other. He was, you know, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, you know, if I lost you and I, you know, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me.
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
Were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, you know, I've got snot coming out of my nose.
By all accounts, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, you know, if I lost you and I, you know, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have one on my list. I didn't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, oh, think of someone, think of someone. I'll have new heart. I don't know.
Based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her life and breaks them and ends the circle. And I hope people find it inspiring, and yet also, it's a film about a heavy topic. It's fantastic.
The stakes grow higher, and Hollywood watches as this real-life drama unfolds like a blockbuster courtroom thriller. Whether Blake can salvage her career or Justin will emerge victorious remains to be seen. For now, one thing is clear. This feud is far from over, and the next bombshell could change everything.